I give you good day. I'm Veshti Damascena. This is a song I have written the words and the music to, and I'm playing it for you today. It's called The Joy of Life. Let us now all drink up and sing, for even in these times the joy of life can yet be stoked with dancing and strong wines. A plague upon the plague, a plague upon the plague, that pox devour the pox we fear, a plague upon the plague. The stars may smite us with their wrath, disaster and dismay, yet they cannot destroy our joy of laughter, song and play. A plague upon the plague, my dears, a plague upon the plague. When pox devour the pox we fear, a plague upon the plague. A toast to those most needed boons of lovers and of friends. And comrades all, let us withal for quarrels make amends. A plague upon the plague, a plague upon the plague. Let pox devour the pox we fear, a plague upon the plague. And when its time is timely past, and all these days are flown, we will recall the songs we sang, apart but not alone. A plague upon the plague, a plague upon the plague. Let pox devour the pox we fear, a plague upon the plague. So let the merry voices raise a song to set us free, and raise a cup of cheer and praise to all our company. So plagues upon the plague, my dear, plagues upon the plague. Let pox devour the pox we fear, a plague upon the plague. Thank you very much.
Rise, it's your time now, shining as the sun, with love and with honor, the glory of the griffin. With sword and heart, raise your glasses tall, the mighty kingdom renowned Avakel. With lines of noble fighters, our procession of might, time to drive away our foes and fill them with fright. With paper, clay, and metal, we do the art so proud. With dance and with fabric, we sing the song out loud. Rattan and steel and fletching do battle on the green. Come to the field, much glory to be seen. With courtly arch and door, fluffy fly so high, above the bloody mountain, now hear our battle cry. Together we conquer, stand together, our legend standing tall. Together we conquer, stand together, we charge and breach the walls. With mountain guard and borealis, Bergenwood makes three. Our populace throughout the kingdom, working hard as bees. Time to take your place, our new kings and queens, with our oaths and the duties, what new dreams will be seen. Rise, it's your time now, the banner's in the hall, the proud and shining kingdom of Havacal.
My name is Abigail Bat Mikael HaKohen, and I am representing the Kingdom of Calontir with my original song, We Shall Not Stumble. The year is 1096 Anno Domini, and the First Crusade is underway. Dreadful news has just come to the Jewish communities of Europe. Over 1,000 of their people have just been massacred in the cities of Worms and Mainz. Terror pounds in their chests. They are not safe. What will they do? As Jewish women gather fearfully by the village well, they look and see the daughter of their rabbi coming toward them, her voice lifted in a song of exhortation and hope. This original piece follows the rhyme and metrical scheme of the Cantica de Santa Maria, number 8. Shema Benot Israel, give ear, O daughters of Jacob. From east to west the tidings come, Shalom is torn asunder, destruction falls on Vams and Ments, as sons of Agag plunder. O sisters of the covenant, let fear not pull you under. Remember those who went before, and in your heart shall courage grow. We shall not stumble, shall not fall, we shall not bend before the foe, but lift our eyes and heed a call to stand and sing the truth we know. Of Israel who strove with heaven, we tell with pride and wonder. Of Moshe and David the king, whose words still ring like thunder. O daughters of the covenant, let fear not pull you under. Our mothers too were strong and brave, and show the path that we should go. We shall not stumble, shall not fall, we shall not bend before the foe, but lift our eyes and heed a call to stand and sing the truth we know. Devorah's daughters are we all, the palm now see her under. Calm and courageous she will go to war, to barracks wander, and daughters of Yael we ignore us and you blunder, for we are sharp and we are strong, and tent pegs drive with just one blow. We shall not stumble, shall not fall, we shall not bend before the foe, but lift our eyes and heed a call to stand and sing the truth we know. From Miriam the prophetess we learn to sing with wonder and dance with joy and victory, for we shall not go under. The waters part before our feet, but terror falls asunder. From east to west the tidings go, from mothers' hearts shalom will flow. We shall not stumble, shall not fall, we shall not bend before the foe, but lift our eyes and heed a call to stand and sing the truth we know. From mothers, daughters, sisters all, from every heart shalom will flow. Thank you.
This is an original piece based on authentic troubadour styling, and it is an incredible surviving text of the 14th century by a troubadour called Pere de Lunel, but his original music hasn't survived from that time. The text is one as he laments the impact of the plague on Toulouse in 1348, and the language of the piece is Old Occitan, so from the south of France.
I'm Master John Littleton of Trimaris. I am part of the Eastern Atlantean Alliance. This is an original song for the original works category, Trimaris the Free. Trimaris the free, Trimaris the brave of Trimaris, my home I am proud. Trimaris the free, Trimaris the brave of Trimaris, my home I am proud. Deep in the south there is a land where honor and glory are found, led by a king for chivalry famed and warriors great abound. Trimaris the free, Trimaris the brave of Trimaris, my home I am proud. Their force of will, their strength and skill make all of our enemies flee. From hearth to hill our fame has spread, for we are as strong as the sea. Trimaris the free, Trimaris the brave of Trimaris, my home I am proud. Equally famed, our beauty as queen inspires all hearts in the land. Our craftsmen and bards and artisans strive to excel in the arts at hand. Trimaris the free, Trimaris the brave of Trimaris, my home I am proud. Peace at home reigns, prosperity gains for each subject in our domain. No monster or mouse can get to our house, for our warriors watchful remain. Trimaris the free, Trimaris the brave of Trimaris, my home I am proud. Trimaris the free, Trimaris the brave of Trimaris, my home I am proud.
Was morning in the greenwood fair, and to the hunt did Robin go. The breeze of May was in his hair, beneath his breath he sang, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. The high road wound from east to west, and travellers knew that Robin's band did haunt the forest they knew best, with blade and bow to hand, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. But on this May day Robin spied atop a fine and dappled grey a lady brown-haired and green-eyed, who chanced to pass his way, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. So Robin stopped her in her place, his grin a wide and boyish thing, and looked her on the outlaw's face, and so began to sing, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. O outlaw bold, your mercy lend, on this fine day do not beset a maid whose natal day's at hand, leave me my riches yet, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. Robin laughed till the greenwood rang, he caught her bridle in his hand, you know well tolls are due my gang, all for to cross this land, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. A kiss I'd have from you this day, to celebrate that you were born, for then your toll you will have paid, and ride ye on this morn, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. But Robin said the maiden then, what gift shall you bestow on me? A time with you I would me spend, my gift beneath yon tree, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. They did away into the glade, the Mayflower nodding thin and gay, and of delight the day was made, until the pair did say, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. Robin dozed in the springtime sun, the lark and sparrow did him spy, and when he roused him resting done, what sight did meet his eye, oh, all diddle all day, oh, all on the 1st of May. The maiden was nowhere around, no trace to see of where she'd gone, and in her wake not to be found his bow and sword and coin. Oh, diddle-all-day-oh, all on the 1st of May. They say the maiden is renowned by those who meet her ere the morn. From wood to field and road to town, the finest robber ever born. Oh, diddle-all-day-oh, all on the 1st of May. Now each year when the Mayflower's born, the maid and robin they do meet, for to contest in wit and form, and to disport so sweet. Oh, diddle-all-day-oh, all on the 1st of May. Oh, diddle-all-day-oh, all on the 1st of May.
Greetings, I am Ambra McKelly from the Kingdom of Trimaris, fighting with the East and Atlantian Alliance. I am singing a song that I wrote called True Love Never Dies. It is for the original period style. It was written in the Scottish and English balladic style format, so hope you enjoy it. A ballad, for those of you who may not know, is a song that tells a story, and I hope this story entertains you. Her true love came a-courtin' while he came. Poor sunny pauper, she loved him all the same. Loved him as the morning sun loves the early dew. He loved her as fair Cupid favors well the bending yew. Her father, most concerned, decided wealthier she'd wed. Promised that the miller would soon share her marriage bed. Challenging the whims of fate, she vowed to turn the tide. So she took her suitors both unto the water's side, singing, hey-ho, into the spray he goes. Hey-ho, into the river she flies. Hey-ho, as the wind and rain and the leaves do fall. Hey-ho, true love never dies. From off her slightest finger she pulled a silver ring. Promised he who found it first would marry her come spring. But slyly did she slip a stone into her grasp instead, and tossed it oh so cleverly into the river bed. Then both men leapt into the spray to meet her heart's demand. She planned to slip her silver ring into her lover's hand. So cunningly she'd crafted fate toward all that she could wish, and smugly watched the miller rise like some befuddled fish, singing, hey-ho, into the spray he goes. Hey-ho, into the river she flies. Hey-ho, as the wind and rain and the leaves do fall. Hey-ho, true love never dies. With triumph all but in her grasp, she thought she'd won the game. But her one true love had yet to rise, so thrice she called his name. So suddenly her worry flared, fueling well her fears. In horror saw what she had done, and many were her tears. She threw her cloak from off her back and leapt into the spray. She found herself in peril as the river had its way. The icy current dragged her down, drowning out her cries. But then her lover caught her hand and pulled her to the sky, singing, hey-ho, into the spray he goes. Hey-ho, into the river she flies. Hey-ho, as the wind and rain and the leaves do fall. Hey-ho, true love never dies. Her true love pulled her to the shore. The mud was thick and cold. He cut the corset from her breast. He kissed her full and bold. The water dropped within her rose, sparing her cruel death. She slipped the ring into his hand before she drew first breath. He knew the trick at once and laughed to share their secret jest. He raised the ring to show the miller he had won the test. Come spring, the two were married, they lived there till this day, and all along the riverside their clever children play, singing hey-ho, into the spray he goes. Hey-ho, into the river she flies. Hey-ho, as the wind and rain and the leaves do fall. Hey-ho, true love never dies. Hey-ho, true love never dies. Thank you.
My name is Amanda Dispenser, and I hail from the kingdom of Artemisia. Today, I would like to share with you a little bit of troubadour history, as well as a little bit of history itself. During the time of the minstrels and troubadours, they were one of the primary sources of new information as they traveled around from town to town. Songs and stories of battles, great and small, were really quite literally their bread and butter. In the year 1212, two separate crusades were launched. Both of these crusades gathered together thousands of children, and neither crusade ended very well. This could have been a song sung by one of the troubadours sharing this story. This song was written by Amanda Dispenser, Stefan Dispenser, and Mafanwe Furchtangostel. Gray with the dust of the road he came, and he told a great story in Jesus' name, how the Saracen horde, like lions so wild, would yield like a lamb to the faith of a child. Jerusalem, captive in Saracen hands, would fall to the purity of children's hands. So rise up and follow the faith of a seed. We'll see God provide us with all that we need. An army of children without mail or blade, he gathered the start of the children's crusade. The fire in his words seemed to burn in my head, turn water to wine and the stones into bread. So kissing my mother, I bid her goodbye, left home and my family to follow his cry. 1212 was the date in the year of our Lord. He led us away without armor or sword. And when that we come to Jerusalem town, just pray, we were told, and the walls will fall down. Gaily we marched on in noble parade. The onlookers cheered for the children's crusade. From village to village throughout all of France, he gathered an army without shield or lance. When Nicholas spoke, the mothers all cried, and 100 more children would flock to our side. Singing and chanting we sturdily strode, but God left no bread by the side of the road. The small ones were weary and begged for a rest. Nicholas said this was only a test of our faith, to see if we strayed. Were we worthy to go on the children's crusade? The days burned like fire, the nights came like ice. Nicholas said we were paying a price of faithlessness bred in the bones of our youth, and we but believed that he told us the truth. Then out From the hills streamed our stumbling horde, and down to the Mediterranean shore. And Nicholas raised his staff o'er the sea. No prophet's miracle were we to see. Now hungry and weary and truly afraid, I turned and abandoned the children's crusade. Worked my way westward, I wandered alone. I worked for my bread as I walked to my home. But always I listened wherever I fell, until the news reached me in our La Chapelle. How children crusaders took passage as slaves, or were shipwrecked and martyred in unhallowed graves. So now I return with the grimmest tale known. Evil has reaped where young lives were sown. Mothers and fathers lift a black accolade for the fallen pure soldiers of the children's crusade. Come, mothers and fathers, and see what we've made. Weep for the soldiers of the children's crusade.
My love, she said, I beg of you to travel not so far away, for I fear that you be lost and not return to me to stay. For you carry my heart with you, come back to me, my love. This simple favor I give to you, and pray to heaven above. My king doth call, and I must go, and bow unto his will. Go I must, when I return, I swear that I shall love you still. In answer to his king's command, the knight did ride away to war. A simple favor on his bounds, in battle on a foreign shore. His duty done, toward home he turned, and traveled forth most hastily. He knelt before his fair lady, I swear to give my love to thee. For you carry my heart with you, I come back to you, my love. This simple favor you gave to me, with thanks to heaven above.
Greetings, world. My name is Vincenzo dell'Aquila, and it is my honor today to represent the great kingdom of Artemisia in this Bardic War. And I thought, what type of song would be most appropriate for a war? And of course, I decided on a lullaby. Here's some documentation. In the 16th century, these are paintings that show there were actually babies back then. So I know there were lullabies. And actually, many of the lullabies that I have heard from that era or later carry a little bit scary elements, trying to sound comforting, but words often are a little bit disturbing. So I went with that thought in mind as I wrote this, and I call it my mother's lullaby. So hope you enjoy. Sleep, my young one, though the dragons may come, flying on leathery wings. I'm here with you, so nothing they do can get past the love my heart brings. Sleep, my wee lad, though the nightmares are bad, where the monsters and demons hold power. You never shall fear, because I'm always near. I will guard you whatever the hour. Sleep, my sweet lass, though evil may pass through the darkness that we cannot see. I want you to know that I'll never go. You are safe here forever with me. Thank you, and farewell.
Greetings, lords and ladies. My name is Lady Catherine Redwell, and I reside in the barony of Innisfar in the kingdom of Lochac. I will be performing an original song, the music inspired by Cantiga 384 from the Cantigas of Santa Maria by Alfonso X in the 13th century. The words have an Arthurian theme. It is called Conundrum. Guinevere comes to Camelot riding, her father has deemed to Arthur she'll wed. True, loyal child, she trusts in his guiding, to follow and go where'er she is led. She knew that love comes not when it's bidden, but slowly it grows if meant over time. Such so is truth, like love, often hidden, to surface without sign, reason, or rhyme. What are my choices? I see only one, to marry a man who I've never met. For I am a daughter instead of a son, and this is the best chance I'll ever get. Guinevere sits as queen now to Arthur, a king who has sworn to fight for his land. She bears no son, yet he's been a father, and time marches on a silent demand. For he has a son, a bastard at best, a sullen young man who trained as a knight. She sees him a challenge, part of a test, one she is failing, though try as she might. What are my choices? I see only two, to bear him a son, his heir and his pride. Or if I cannot, what then should I do, to stay as his queen, or step now aside? Guinevere sits alone in her castle, surrounded by thoughts of those she holds dear. One gone to war, the other to battle, of neither one's death did she hope to hear. One was her king, her lord, and her husband, as duty-bound queen she honoured and served. One was a knight who was sworn to her hand, who gave her the love she richly deserved. What are my choices? I see only three: abandon my kingdom, husband and lord, turn from a lover who set my heart free, or walk all alone, my needs then ignored. Guinevere sits alone in the convent. Memories of love are all that remain. All that she had, she lost in a moment. From choices she made, would make yet again. She has no regrets, though wise as she be. She learned many things as time passed her by. The choices she made have helped all to see that love ever changes but never will die. What are my choices? I cannot see one. I walk all alone with tears in my heart, the same at the end as when I'd begun in life's game of love where I played a part. Thank you.
I'm Singrid and I'm from Lochac, and I've got my G harp with me and I'm playing an original piece, and it's it's got a story behind it, and the piece is actually pretty sad. It's about during the plague in the 1300s. A doctor loses his family and he travels across the lands to try and heal people, and he ends up dying at the end. But if you want the words to it, I can send them to whoever, and you can have the words to it. But here it is.
Good gentles, my name is Dulan Ferkmach of the Barony of the Flame in the Middle Kingdom. I have for you today 2 tunes which I have written. They could be used as a processional, or for music for dancing, or for fireside entertainment. I give to you March of the Ring Tribe and Vivat Drago.
In a lonely moon-dipped glade, there dances a fairy maid, and alone she's dancing still in the shadows neath the trees. A mortal man unseen sees, and alone he's watching still. This maid so fair has golden hair and eyes of the clearest green, and a crown of stars adorns her brow, and she's clothed in a young man's dreams. Well, this foolish mortal man falls in love as only mortals can, and he rises silent still. He approaches her, falls to bended knee. Fair maid, will you dance once with me? And he waits silent still. Oh, foolish man, know ye not well of what and who I be? To dance with me is death itself, for I am the willing queen. Fair queen, it matters not to me. In your arms I would die gladly. And he gazes silent still. Very well, foolish man, have your way. We shall dance till death take you away. And along the dancing still, at last they dance, her face stone cold because of a rosy hue, and she puts his hand to her hair of gold and touches it to her crown. When the black velvet skies begun to glow, she tells him straight, foolish man, go. And he goes, though he loves her still. In lonely moon-dipped glade, there weeps a fairy maid, and alone she is weeping still.
Through lonely forest dark and cool, a young man walked alone. A grassy trail, a quiet stream, a tree stump mossy thrown, a quaking willow in the breeze, with grass inviting deep. He sat against the trunk to rest, and closed his eyes in sleep. When next he opened up his eyes, a fairy stood with him. She gave him her lily hand in dappled light so dim. They ran together hand in hand 'neath past ash and aspen, oak and birch, in joyful rhapsody. And through the day into the night, they danced and played with glee. And when at last their time was done, they lay beneath a tree. Her voice like breezes whispered low, your trials will be long, but never lose your trust in me, and keep faith in our song. Then sleep came soft as summer rain before the sun brought day, and by the morning quiet feet had carried her away. He woke and looked to find her gone, and shook his head to clear the cobweb dreams of elven maid, and shed a single tear. He rose at dawn and walked away, with grieving on his face. He did not pause, nor once look back upon their resting place. And so because he did not look, he did not see them there. Beneath the willow by the fern, her tiny footprints fair.
Siren of the sea to me, the muse who gives me voice to sing, bringer of sweet misery, my Venus with scorpion sting. In heaven's stars I see you with me, Scorpio Libra, hold your ring, and o'er the globe with thee I shall be, as Juno aids our hearts binding. But your neglect, like Neptune's sea, engulfs my soul with frigid springs. Before you I bend my knee, and pray your trust my actions bring. Siren of the sea to me, the muse who gives me voice to sing, bringer of sweet misery, my Venus with scorpion sting. To you fidelity I decree, and of your virtue shall I sing. In warm embrace may we, dear lady, eclipse Mars as our love finds wings. But should you wish to part from me, I'll gladly part and feel the sting. The compass of agony and anguish only love can bring. Siren of the sea, to me the muse who gives me voice to sing, bringer of sweet misery, my Venus with scorpion sting.
I paid in pain and purchased truth. I bought a bargain.
The meadowlark flew forth one day to follow brothers two. Her kin the hand of Odin, their rugged path she knew. Upon the keep of Owen, a griffin beyond might, she rested wings and sang a song deep into the night. She sang of how the griffin, his voice and sword of power, would ring across his lands and bring his enemies to cower. Beside him stood his lady, the fairest lily of them all, and sons, the strong and wilful lads, stand ready in his hall. Her master, that Danish demigod, she came on promised wing, to seek her fame in battle, war songs she would sing, to find her glory saw her death in service to her land, to bind herself to men who in brotherhood would stand. Beside the griffin in his keep were his squires 5, and gathered around them men-at-arms who'd gladly give their lives. Upon the bastion there ranked his knights seen from afar, the Scotsman and the outsider, and the hunter of the stars. His harpist and his priest were there to rally those who fight. Stalwart they wait to hear the words spoken in the night. Fire burned deep and long as she sang her warbling tune, as she asked to join the brotherhood and with their hearts be hewn. Then the griffin turned to lady wife and all his household there. He counseled with them of her plea, and intention she declared. He then agreed to take the lark to sing her songs for him, and tell all of the might and strength of Owen's keep and kin.
Hello, I'm Lady Enya Ingen Maldween, and I'm going to be singing Tua Laudabilitas, a song that I wrote myself. Tua laudabilitas, responsum servum vero. Tua laudabilitas. Dear gentles, heed my warnings and listen to my tale. I speak of a lady who went beyond the pale. Her story, it is sordid and shameful, it is true. She should have known better, and now you will too. Tua laudabilitas, responsum servum vero. Tua laudabilitas. Open your mouth in jest, seems like a good idea. Just don't think of opening it when the Baron's lurking near. Because sassing your betters, even though in jest, runs you the risk of being sent on a quest.
Greetings. My name is Harun Ibn Ulur, and this is my submission for original song, period, style. It is written in the form of a viruli, one of the three kind of set forms during the Ars Nuova in the 14th century. I also tried to translate my chorus into Middle English to bring back some of that sound. And since they were typically written as love songs, either as one love, trying to get back to another or back to something that was lost, I tried to write that. And so my inspiration is from one crown head to the other, and what it must feel like to have to rain so prolongedly and unexpectedly during this very frozen and paused and weird and very difficult time. So the title is Heavy Wears the Crown. When the raining endeth not, but for tarry with me, me knees be bended not. Through love we to aspire, upon the throne to rise, and there I crowned your head before 1,000 hopeful eyes. The days were summer sweet, the best we've ever fared, so when the doom falls down upon us, no one is prepared. And now our gates are shut, so our vigil here must last, for our term cannot be finished in a kingdom frozen fast. Ye kind helm witty be, when the raining endeth not, but for tarry with me, me knees be bended not. Yet still we must give alms to the people at our wall, forever and a day. Oh my darling, is that all? Even knowing what I know now, I would not have shied away, for love is but a duty I will always rush to pay. So you who are my rock, and I who are your tree, oh, we will stand together till we all again are free. Ye kind helm witty be, when the raining endeth not, but for till you with me, me knees be bended not. You kind helm witty be, when the raining endeth not, but for till you with me, me knees be bended not.
Greetings, known world. This is my submission for a original piece in a period style entitled Harmony of the Snail. Harmony of the Snail is a prolation canon in modal G, done on 3 recorders in organum. There's a lot of terms there, the most important one being that it is a prolation canon, which is the same melody played on multiple instruments, sort of like a round, but instead of doing them starting at different places, they are played at different tempos. So when I'm playing on the soprano recorder, it is the same melody being played twice as fast as the melody that's being played on the alto recorder. I am accompanying myself on the frame drum.